The Minnesota Twins have a fair number of guys on the injured list right now. Stop me if you've heard that one before. But the good news is 3 of them started rehab assignments yesterday. So we'll take a look at some highlights and some of their performances. Kenta Maeda started a rehab assignment for the Saints yesterday. He was placed on the injured list on April 29th due to a right tricep strain, and he struck out the side in order in the first inning of this one. Here are the highlights of that from Kenta Maeda. He pitched 2 innings in this game for the Saints and was followed by Caleb Thielbar, who is making his rehab assignment debut for the Saints. Thielbar was on the injured list due to a right oblique strain. So, that's something that's going to kind of impact you no matter what you're doing. Here he is getting a strikeout on that beautiful curveball. Also saw him moving around a bit, fielding his position. Takes one off the toe there, and it looks like he's moving well. The throw leaves something to be desired, but tough to practice that play. But with the oblique strain, it's good to see that Thielbar's appears to be moving around pretty well. Of course, with a guy this important and on a rehab assignment, they're going to go out and talk to him. He manages to talk his way to stay in the game, throws a couple warm-up pitches, but again, does not seem to be an issue or any concern that toe that the comebacker hit. So Thielbar made it through this outing, a very short outing for him, as can be expected. He threw 1 inning, only threw 8 pitches. We'll take a look at some of the numbers. Again, Kenta Maeda, no hit, 2 innings, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Thielbar did give up the 1 hit, but had a strikeout himself. Also, should mention from this game, not rehab guys, but Brent Hedrick pitched awesome. And Oliver Ortega is a guy who is pitching really well out of the bullpen for the Saints. Anyway, back to the rehab guys. Kenta Maeda topped out at 91 miles per hour. That's pretty encouraging for Kenta Maeda, and especially since we heard that in his most recent bullpen session, he only topped out at 88. So a nice step up from there. So Kenta Maeda, I'm sure they're going to take it easy with him. It's going to be probably a longer ramp up for him, but trending in the right direction. Caleb Thielbar we see here. Again, he only threw 8 pitches. Only 3 of them were fastballs. But the velo is a little bit down. But again, from him, his bullpen session recently reports where he was in the mid-80s. So him getting to 91.5, it's below average for him. But again, he's going to have plenty of opportunity to ramp up. And then the third guy who started a rehab assignment yesterday was Gilberto Celestino, who started his with Fort Myers. So no video of him. But he was out due to a torn thumb ligament that he suffered in spring training. He had surgery on that thumb in March. And as you see here, he played center field. He got 2 at-bats for the Mighty Muscles, had a hit, and struck out. That hit was in excess of 95 miles per hour, so a hard-hit ball on that single for Gilberto Celestino. Good to see him working his way back. Definitely figures to be part of the kind of crowded outfield picture. And then switching gears to the minor league side, want to mention, I'll put a link to this podcast in the description, but Darren Wolfson from SKOR North talked to Derek Falvey, and among the guys he asked about was Austin Martin, and Falvey confirmed that Martin is kind of ramping up baseball activities. He is swinging, has not started any kind of game action yet, but trending in the right direction, it sounds like, for Austin Martin. So that's great to hear. Been a lot of mystery around him, so I appreciate that Darren went out of his way to ask Falvey about that. So check that out. Again, link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much to all the members for supporting the channel. Here are the premium members. We'll talk again soon.